Welcome, everyone, to another episode of Hangout with Mentors. We're live every Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We have a different topic every week. This week's topic is video on purpose. So who are we, though? I'm going to start there. Yes, we're going to talk about video on purpose, but who are we? We are the Unstoppable Alliance. So whether you're listening live or to recording of this, get back with who invited you if you're not already involved and see how you can become a part of our crazy, awesome, unstoppable alliance. Do watch all the way to the end because the golden nuggets never stop dropping and you kind of get the whole picture by watching. So I urge you, in fact, I dare you to just pause and just stop and consume the information, consume the conversation, because we start with a topic and a little bit of content, and then it evolves and builds out into something that you can definitely always put into play into your business. So here's the thing, and some people kind of get back and forth wondering, okay, what, because we don't talk about money directly often. We don't talk about the products and the compensation plan and that kind of thing. So people think, well, what does this have to do with my business? And the interesting thing is it always, not just sometimes, but it always has a huge part to do with your business. You can always apply directly what we're talking about to your business to take it to the next level. Always, guaranteed. You can challenge me on that, and I'm there. So tonight is not any different than that. We're going to talk about video on purpose, and I'll start from the beginning. What is on purpose, for sure? First of all, I have somebody else to add to the panel. Hold it. Wait for it.
You love the control.
I just have to make it silly by adding people. I also love booting people off. Forgive me, but
yeah, like the blast we used to. David.
Hi, David.
David and Teddy.
Absolutely. Super T and David. Thank you for coming out. David, is Penny around? Awesome. I'll bring both of you out in a moment. I was just introducing the topic. Super T, I'm so glad you're here. It's amazing what you've been doing with your videos. So back to video on purpose. I'm going to start with on purpose first because, you know, I have had quite a few people say, and I'm sure that all of you on the panel have had that, well, what do you mean on purpose? So let's start there. What is on purpose? It's really just simply by choosing to do something and everything with intention. So it's making a plan. It's having a reason why you do everything. We're in the digital age, digital marketing, and it more and more every day, it is really fast-paced, it's confusing, it comes at you from all directions. So you need to choose what you pay attention to and what you put out there. It has to be on purpose. And then that ties into the next thing, that ties into video. If everything is so digital, what's been happening really over the last kind of 5 or 6 years as everything has become more internet and more digital, the great thing is that we can reach more people, but it lost the human parts of communication, with more of the communication being through email. That was the first shift. And then more of it shifted into text messages. And it's really hard. I'm sure that all of you can agree with me. It's really hard to truly communicate a back and forth dynamic, understanding and relating kind of conversation through just digital text style messages, whether it's text on your phone or messenger through Facebook or whatever platform you're using. It's all the same. If it's just words in print, you don't know the intonation. You don't know whether it's humor, sarcasm, or what. You don't know if the person's angry or happy. You just don't know the intent of the person, and it's tricky unless the person is putting a lot of effort into it. You don't know what they're what their intent of the communication is. So it's missing some pieces. So that kind of happened over a few years. And then video came more onto the scene. And as soon as people started realizing that through video, they could recognize more clearly the essence of the being that they're watching, the humanness. So hence, it ties totally into our overall theme, our motto. What are we here for? What is the Unstoppable Alliance all about? We want to humanize the digital realm. We want to humanize digital marketing, and we want to help all of our members do the same thing. One of the most effective and powerful strategies to do that is through video, whether it's just you yourself on a video, or really cool Zoom platforms like this where we can kind of giggle and laugh and go back and forth, and where you can see all of our faces. Now, if you're watching this and you can't see all of our faces, there's a setting. It should just be to your upper right, and it's just a button. If you click it, you should be able to see all of us. So there's two different views. You can see the speaker view and just see the person that's speaking, or you can see all of us at the same time. So go ahead and explore that and click that button, because the really cool thing is not just what the speaker is saying and their expressions, but if you watch all the panelists, there's always expressions going on. And well, sometimes you see a ceiling fan and other things going on. So anyway, you want to catch the whole thing, and that ties me into the word experience. This goes back from way before my time, before many of our times. Why do people buy things, and how do people sell things? It's by creating an experience, right? So how do you create an experience without the human side of things? That is how essential it is what we're doing as a whole, not just what our topic is tonight, video on purpose. So I'll quickly go back to what is video on purpose. There is a ton of video out there. As you all know, YouTube is huge, and there's live stream in all the platforms. I won't even go into it because I think we're all kind of aware that there's possibilities of short, long, and all sorts of videos, whether it's live or recorded, everywhere. But if you're not doing it on purpose, it can just be out there, just randomness and not on purpose and not focused. And that might not get any effect. So what is video on purpose? It's having a plan. It's knowing who you're talking to. It's choosing. Before you even click record, it's choosing to talk to somebody specific. And not just about your product. Talk to them, talk with them, ask them to engage, put a call to action in there, share your personality. Video on purpose just means that. If you're going to do video, do it on purpose. I'll take one more step back. So you're shy and you don't know what to say, and your first impression is, like, I look like crap. Soup touched on it. Can I change my shirt? Donna said, like, I got allergies and all this. And while she's saying that, a beautiful black cat is walking behind. Meanwhile, she has no idea. But all of us, and I looked around the panel, all of us are truly smiling because we're happy to see her face. We're listening to her voice. We're looking at her eyes, and we're happy to see her face. We're not really hearing her words, because we're happy to see her and hear her and experience that this is her first time coming out, and she's just kind of excited. So we're not hearing her words that she's uncomfortable. So remember that the next time you go to record a video, whether it's on your phone or on your computer, your fears and your insecurities are yours. But the people watching you, they're not judging you by that necessarily. And if they are, you don't want them in your world anyway, right? So what has connected us over the last while we're talking together? And we meet on Wednesday nights by video, and throughout the week we meet on calls and we share experiences and stories. And then we're so excited to meet here on video because we know we're going to get more of that human experience. That's really all video on purpose is. The thing is, there's lots of technical details, keyword research, ranking options, and I can go into that. I can teach you all that. But if you're not doing it on purpose and showing your essence and showing some passion, you're not going to impact people anyway. So you can rank on Google, on Yahoo, on Bing, on YouTube, but you're going to need multiple thousands of views on your video before you can create a new business partner, before you can create a sale. Whereas guaranteed, proven again and again and again over the last 4 years, if you do it on purpose, you can connect with new members, new partners, customers, make sales, amazing partners and colleagues by doing your video on purpose and being real. And that means sometimes you're funny. Sometimes Ray's live streams crack me up. Lots of my videos are so deep, they make people uncomfortable. You can be deep, you can be serious, you can be passionate, you can show scenery, experience. Tammy does walking videos. It doesn't matter what it is, but if you're real, people are going to connect with you, and it'll take maybe 10 views and somebody wants to be with you. 50 views, less than 100 for sure. And somebody is going to want to connect with you. You'll have impacted or inspired somebody. Versus if you do it random and just put it on out there, you can know all the technical stuff to rank it, keywords, all that stuff. Then you need thousands. So that's what video on purpose is. We're going to go around the panel, and I share whatever is on your heart. I don't have anything specific. I didn't plan anything tonight. Today was one of those days that just punched me in the gut. But you know, I don't want to be anywhere else than right here. And you know why? Because each one of these individuals on this panel, and probably many of you in the audience, I feel like you're a part of my family because we connected on video. So let's just talk about how we can improve our video on purpose. Let's make commitments how you're going to do your video on purpose. You're going to step out there. David and Penny, they're not comfortable at all. They're not even comfortable being here with us. Thank you both so much, because I know you both from talking to you on the phone, and you're not comfortable being here. So it's quite a step to come out, just like Donna expressed. This is a safe place. So just be open, say what's on your heart, ask questions, whatever you want. Tammy, do you want to feed off of that and lead it out?
Absolutely. I'm just going to start and just kind of talk about from my heart, and it's just been kind of the theme of this week, just because it is Thanksgiving week. Prior to meeting Susan, I've been bringing in sales because of my videos, high ticket sales because of my videos. I discovered it about probably almost 7 years now, and it actually was something my son discovered. Robbie actually said, "Hey Mom, did you know I just ranked your video on YouTube and for the business that you're in?" And I'm like, "Really? You did that?" So this was when, we were just kind of starting out, and it was just kind of one of those things that we were like, wow. So it was actually something that happened by not on purpose. It actually happened and it surprised us. Is my video going in and out, by the way, my camera?
No, I can still see your video.
Okay, that's weird because it keeps flashing on my end, so I apologize if it's going in and out. Tony's saying, yeah?
Oh, it did just flash now, yeah.
Yeah, okay, well, I'm flashing tonight. Just kidding, see? I gotcha. Okay, all right, I don't know what the deal is. Let me make sure here. All right. So anyway, the video that I started out, actually, I was very, very overweight. Like a lot of people know my story, and I've lost 120 pounds because of video, because of having Susan ask me to come on video, and it actually has changed my life, my health. So when I say that video marketing is changing me personally, physically, mentally, financially, it's real. Okay, so if you're worried about how you look, who cares? I mean, I did it. You guys can see my Facebook posts. I have before and after pictures all the time. Video is something that I was really good at, but I was facing the screen. I was like always, away from me. and I would chew everything except for me and my face. So when I met Susan, she taught me to, she said, you know what, just be you, you know, just talk about you. You have so much knowledge to share, is what she said to me. You've been in business, you've been self-employed for 20, well, it was at the time, she was 27 years. So, you know, so she's like, you know, just share your knowledge. Everybody has knowledge. Everybody has something to bring to the table. David and Penny, you have years and years of knowledge and experience. I've talked to you guys on the phone too. Same thing with like Ray and everybody here, is that you guys have knowledge to share to the world. And then that's what I started doing, was sharing, who is Tammy? You know, who is Tammy? I homeschool my kids. Robbie actually was helping me a lot in the beginning. It was actually one of his activities. So we made video marketing actually a part of his curriculum. Sounds strange, but you know, we made it a part, and when we go about our day, like today, you know, we were out for supper and stuff, and I'm like, hey kids, let's do a selfie. They're used to their mom, you know, marketing while we're out and about and traveling as a family, you know. And so people get used to, that's kind of your theme, so to speak, you know, that you're a family person or whatever it is that you're doing. So I'm always hanging out with kids. That's my happiness, you know. Boy, I'm sorry, this camera's actually bugging me tonight. It keeps flipping in and out. So it must be the cows. I always say the cows stuck on the internet at this time of night. I live in the country. So it might be the deer. I don't know. I almost ran into a deer tonight here coming home. But yeah, so the video that you want to do is whatever the, you know, whatever is in the moment. For me, it's in the moment. I have a purpose for it. I'm usually, you know, showing people, hey, this is what you can do. You can, you know, you can work from home, you can work from the internet, and we're usually on the fly. That's when I do a lot of my videos. Of course, I do a lot of videos in the office, but I like to show people that you can actually have a lifestyle business. That's kind of always been my video theme. The other thing I think is the knowledge that you have. I think I was starting to say is I do a lot of training videos that actually help people, and so as I market, I actually show people like my DMO or whatever I'm doing in order to bring in sales. But I think the video, since meeting Susan, I think it's changed and shifted so much from more into inspiration and motivational now, as opposed to just always, you know, this is what I got, this is what you want, and this is what you do next. You know what I mean? It's evolved, and so I'm always constantly working on my video and my video plan. I have a journal now. Believe it or not, Susan, I do have a journal for videos, and I will say, this is what I'm going to do this week, and I'm actually on another 100-day kind of video thing. It's kind of similar to my Unstoppable walks, is I'm doing unstoppable videos. And so I got a way to catch up to my Unstoppable walk. But yes, I will do videos on my walks on the track, and I just showed people, you know, this is me, this is Tammy. You know, Tammy is, you know, like I said, stay-at-home mom, wife, you know, the whole 9 yards, and that's how I show people that, you know, how video can work for them. I just think it's really, really super important, especially in this niche of high-ticket affiliate sales, that they want to see who you are and, you know, how you're going to help them. That's pretty much what I want to say tonight, Susan.
Thanks, Tammy. So the stuff that Tammy touched on, the reason why people connect to that and why it's working for her is the 3 magic R's. And I would like you to take a pen or a pencil and write these down, because these words will guide you, not just in video. These R words are really magic. So the first one is relate. You need to be relatable, right? When people relate with you, they can imagine themselves doing what you're doing.
Right.
Even before relate, though, you have to reach them, right? Yeah. You have to see your video. So you reach, relate, and then resonate.
Yep, and you taught me.
And so essentially, to summarize what she was doing, whether you're showing lifestyle, how-to, knowledge, humor, action, whatever it is, if you're talking to your target audience and you have those 3 magic R's, and she talked about the journal, what that relates to is the intention, the on purpose, like you plan ahead, figure out what your audience is interested in, what they might want to know, what inspires them, what might impact them, and give it to them. Thank you, Tammy. The next person, Jason, are you there? Are you available to come out with us?
I am. If you give me just a minute, I'm going to walk over where it's a little bit quieter here.
Okay.
All right, give me just a second. I'll come out. Since this is a video on purpose, I will, again, pop out here on video. And yeah, thanks for letting me share. And yeah, you know, I get a lot of value this myself because, quite frankly, you know, not too long ago, just a few months ago, I was really, what's the word? Trepidatious, really self-conscious.
You're kind of freezing up, Jason, so do you want to pause for a minute?
I was like,
see if you can find a better reception?
What, can we hear me or no?
Can kind of hear you. It's just breaking up a little bit and your video is frozen.
Okay, how about now? I'm trying to get to the point to where I can do this. Is that any better?
Changed frozen picture. Is he frozen for you guys too?
Is that
or
any
just
better?
Me? Oh, yeah, no, you're still frozen.
Hello, can we see?
We can hear you.
Okay, why don't we go to someone else? I'll try to get in a better area.
Okay.
Can we see? Is that better or no?
Different frozen picture.
Okay, why don't we try to go to somebody else and then I'll try to come back on. I mean, that's the only thing I can think of.
Okay, thanks, Jason.
Try to get a better phone connection. All right.
Sue, I would like to pop over to you and just share whatever you want, but maybe touch on what it was like when you first learned, because I wanted to make sure that what I was sharing with people was going to be of value. So you happened to be one of my beta testers. What was that, 3 years ago or so?
I think so.
And you hadn't been doing video really at that time, but just share whatever you want, Sue. Thank you.
Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good. Yeah. When Susan started when she started the beta testing on the video on purpose, I mean, a lot of people were doing videos without any conscious thought about who it was gonna. They were just willy-nilly and not. Especially if you need to have it advertising something or promoting your business. And so seeing that beta, that was really interesting because it made me think about, you kind of start from the end. What is that video supposed to accomplish? If it's just showing about who you are, then great, do whatever. But if you have a specific thing that you want it to do, you've got to engineer it from the end to the beginning, and yet not have so much invested in how do I say this, in how it's going to be, because when it comes out, it may not be that way. So you don't want to have to delete 100 of them before you're happy with it. And you need to be authentic and happy with what is there, without too many takes. I know I've done a lot of takes. I know everybody on here that does video has done a lot of delete. However, imperfectly perfect is the best way to be. As an artist, I know that. What I think about that I'm going to paint and what actually comes out of this hand may be completely different. And yet what comes out of my hand is what's supposed to be. So
that's awesome. Thank you, Sue.
Yeah.
So allow it to be, but have an intention in the beginning.
Right.
Awesome. Thank you. It looks like you're live now, Jason. Do you want to give it a try again?
Yeah, I absolutely do. Am I coming through a lot clearer now? My video better?
Yeah, we can see you active, live, and interactive in video. Hear you loud and clear.
Awesome, awesome. Well, first of all, again, sorry for the technical difficulties, everybody, but I am here on purpose, and that is because I want to soak up as much knowledge as I can, because we are moving, we are in, not moving in, we are in the digital age. And, it was kind of funny what I was trying to say before, and I don't know how much you heard or not, but, back not too long ago, I mean, I was very trepidatious. I was very self-conscious as well about getting out on video. I'm it is what it is. I mean, Tammy was a huge, huge inspiration for me, quite frankly, to just get out of my own way and understand that I have to start from where I am. And yes, I am starting my unstoppable journey to better health, fitness, and financial well-being. And it's all because of this community. And, it was because of this platform right here, quite frankly, Susan, that I actually started becoming more comfortable doing videos. I mean, I this platform here kind of springboarded me into, hey, let's do this. I mean, it's kind of funny because within our system, our marketing system, we have a capture page, a video capture page that was designed on purpose so that way our members could put their own videos on there. And what I did is I created a generic video cartoon to put up there because I didn't want to do videos. But, and that was a mistake on my part. But now that we have our own video platform, another thing that I'll mention, which is really exciting and it kind of fits in, well, it does absolutely fit into this theme here about video on purpose, is with inside of AMP, the AMP system, we're going to have the ability, folks, to have multiple domain names and actually make multiple different videos to target the individuals that you're looking to connect with. So that's really, really cool. I mean, you can actually make a warm market video, if you will, so that way when you're coming across the people that you know, like, and trust, or that you just come across throughout your day, instead of telling them what you do and sitting there and stopping and having that awkward moment, about telling them what you do for a living and trying to do a pitch fest, you just say, hey, what I'd really like you to do is just go to this website and you'll see a video of me first. And then you just kind of go in for what you want to tell them. And then if you want to focus on, stay-at-home dads or stay-at-home parents, you can make a video on purpose designed specifically for your target market that you're speaking with. And that's huge. And that's why I'm really, soaking up all the information and knowledge that I can to learn how to, do videos better. I mean, I don't know how to track them. I don't know the stats and statistics or anything. I'm just now getting comfortable. I mean, it was actually Joe, that challenged me 6 months ago or so to the 100-day video challenge, where you make a video every single day. And it doesn't matter what you talk about. I just randomly spoke into, the thing. Actually, truth be told, Joe also recommended the Slide Edge. So what I would do is I would get up in the morning and I would read the Slide Edge. And then Tammy inspired me because of her unstoppable walk. So then I started going on my walk. And then Joe challenged me to the videos. So then I ended up incorporating all three. I would read in the morning, I would walk, and then I would talk into the camera about my thoughts about what I had just read. And it was kind of cool. I mean, I did that for, unfortunately, only 76 days. I got frozen there. I allowed myself to hit the pause button during Hurricane Matthew, and I just now recently hit the unpause button. So now I'm back to writing and walking and making videos. But now I feel a whole lot more comfortable on video, to where my videos are now seeming a whole lot more natural, and people can really feel and see that I'm really coming from my heart. I mean, I truly want to see more people make more money so that way they can spend their time doing the things that they enjoy doing. I mean, that's the bottom line. That's what we're here for. That's what I'm here for, is I truly want to see people prosper. And with what we have, and like Susan said at the beginning, we don't really talk about this on these calls, but, what we have is truly a way that anybody can start from where you are and follow a simple system, get plugged into this community, and simply prosper from sharing it with others. I mean, and grow. I mean, that's what it's all about. It's personal development and business development and being connected to all of these wonderful faces here online. I mean, Donna Canales, we've been talking for a while. Thank you very much for coming out and participating. That's what I said last week. I said, she's like, what do I do, Jason? I'm like, the first thing you have to do is plug into our community. Feel the vibrations of what we are and what we're doing and what we're looking to accomplish. You know, here Donna, she's a full VIP member. She's a Harvard graduate. You know, and I'll let her talk and tell her story later. But, you know, here, first time on video. So thank you, Donna. I mean, for coming out and just being here. That's awesome. Thank you. And, you know, thank everybody for being here. And I know, you know, I'll pause for a second so that way Susan can edit this part out to make it evergreen. So I will pause. Okay, I do want to say happy Thanksgiving to everybody. I want to take that opportunity out. And we don't like to time date our videos, so that's why I paused there for you, Susan. It'll be an easy edit. But I do want to say happy Thanksgiving to all of our, you know, United States folks or wherever you celebrate. I know Canada had theirs Thanksgiving last month. But seriously, thank you, Susan. Thank everybody for being here. I, again, am becoming more and more comfortable with who I am and what my goals and my dreams are. And it's because of this community that allows me, actually, like Tammy said, it's kind of like an accountability thing. Okay. Yeah, I did. I paused. I hit the pause button and I was well on my way, but I'm human. Okay. I mean, we're all human and we stop, but we got to just keep going. You know, we got to hit that unpause and truly become unstoppable. And that's what this is all about. That's exactly what this is all about. So I do want to thank again everybody for participating, and I'll turn it back to you, Susan. I hope I stayed under my time limit this time.
Thanks, Jason. Well, I can't always boot you off, though.
I've never seen
yes.
two guys that can actually outspeak us, Susan, and it's Jason and Joey. I never have come across it. I love you, Jason.
They are great speakers. Thank you, Jason, for sharing that. And that just goes to say, so it's not absolutely essential. You can have a successful business without it, but times are evolving, right? And so a lot of what we will be discussing in the background, especially in the upcoming Video on Purpose bootcamp, is content and decisions and strategies that came about by combining long time, very effective and powerful offline network marketing strategies. Combine that with the technology and effective digital marketing strategies and combine that into video and the concept of humanizing digital marketing. That's all combined in like the greatest mud pie ever is Video on Purpose. David and Penny, I want to hear from you because, as I mentioned quickly earlier, I know that both of you are not comfortable on video, but you come out because you love all of us and you love hanging out with us.
Thank you. Can you hear us?
Yes.
Okay. Penny wants me to go first because we're both nervous. So
it's okay. It's all safe.
You know what? Unlike Penny, you know, she has 30 years as a TV producer, scriptwriter, you know, journalist, and so I don't know anything about video. In fact, I really don't want to do video. I don't like doing video, but I know I have to do video. So it really doesn't matter. I'm like the old school guy. I'd rather drive 2 hours, put myself in front of a person, get to know them and be real instead of even talking on the telephone. That's me, you know, and that's how I usually, you know, build relational sales. And that's what I've been brought up with. I did a little bit of looking at, you know, I'm sort of a math guy. I like physics and math. I like to know the numbers. When I talked to Tammy about a couple of months ago, I said, Tammy, how can I make $500,000 in this? And do you think I can make $500,000? And she said to me, well, can you? Well, I didn't have all the facts and figures to really back it out so I could figure out whether I could or not. But, you know, I'm starting to learn, even with that 3% rule that Joe puts out there and everybody, that, you know, I can do that. And then I can break it down into different types of email marketing. But, you know, I did some research today, and video marketing, by far, I'm just using stats, you know. Stats for me, you know, as an ex-bush pilot, I knew that I had to have stats to make it fly. And there's one time I didn't do the math right and I ran out of runway and crashed. So I know it doesn't work. As a whitewater rafting guy, I need to use velocities and math to make it work. In marketing, I can use math. There's two sides of this street. Math is one. I can use math to make things work. And, you know, I just did some research. This isn't me. This is other people talking. So, because remember, I know nothing about video marketing. But as they said that, okay, here it is here. I'm sorry. It says 64% are more likely to buy a product or go to the next level if you have video. There's a real estate company that they did their listing with a video presentation, and they got an extra 403% more inquiries. In an offline product, there's a study in 2010. They found that the introduction emails with a video increased the click-through rate of 96%.
Wow.
And if you included an explanation, a video in your emails, you get an extra 200 to 300%. There was one marketer that reported a 51% increase in subscriber to lead conversion rates. So the bottom line is that video marketing works, and I'd be crazy not to. You know, I often talk to Susan and Tammy, and they said, we want to make work less and make more, you know, just as Jason said today. And I think this is one of the secrets. I think from my standpoint, and I'm still learning, the foundation of this is really video marketing. The other side of it is the personal thing. You already said, Susan, today, you know, it really doesn't matter how you look like. Like, I'm wearing a shirt. There's Dr. B's got a jacket on. I mean, you got Joe there that has a hat. And although I'm really intrigued, I don't know what style of hat it is. I've been wondering for the last month and a half. We got Ray. You know, everybody is just themselves, all different. And, you know, I think, oh, you got to have everything perfect in a line. I got to have that picture behind me lined up right with a clean desk, everything like that. And then Susan spoils it. And she does a video with her sitting in her pajamas, talking through her red slippers about snow on a branch. And it holds me there for 5 minutes.
Yep.
So why? Because the intent and the integrity of her heart. And the more I saw her, the more I got to know her, I got her heart. Same with Tammy. She motivates me when she gets on those videos and I'm listening to live and gets me excited. I mean, Joe, I haven't seen a video of Joe yet, you know, but Joe is the ninja of words. You know, that's why I'm on this call. I can hardly wait till we get him in a video. I think we could actually affiliate market his videos and what he says and make more money than we could in Titan. So looking forward to that. So all I know is I'm new to this industry of this type of marketing, but I'm willing to learn. Might take me a little bit longer, but I'm not stopping because I realize this is the way the world is going, and we got to catch the wave. Thanks very much.
You just did it right now, David. That was
Thank you.
spectacular. There's nothing. There's not a lot to improve on. You shared something that you're passionate about that proves a point to a very, very good target audience. A very appropriate.
Sleep last night thinking about it. And it took me 8 hours of script writing.
I know you got a text message. He texted me. So since it's on video, like since that's the topic, do I need to be on video? I'm like, yes. My typical 3 S's. Thanks, Mom. Sorry, I had to tell him.
That's what I said.
Bossy pants. Penny, can we hear your thoughts on video? We want to hear from you.
Video has been my life. You know, ever since university, I took a couple years of phys ed because it was fun, and then I decided to get into communications and television production because I heard a judge who was a professor also talk about if you have a message, the most powerful way to get it on the air into the hearts of people is through video, and television actually is what she was talking about. So I didn't actually have a message then, but I knew I would have one. And so I did. I found my niche and went into television production for about 20 years, and I loved it. And it was my life. And I just want to say that to bring across the heart, and, you know, when you're asking for a payout on a big ticket item and no one's seen your face, I just don't see how that works. People have to see your face. They have to know you're genuine. And I mean, that's been a big topic through everything is genuineness and your authenticity. I think it's so important, and you cannot fool the camera. So that's my thoughts, but David wrapped it up great with stats, you know.
Thank you, Penny. What a dynamic duo.
I know you guys, you don't know me, but I love all you guys. So thank you for everything you give.
Thank you. Thank you so much. That's powerful. Super T, I want to hear from you. You have made some just astounding evolutions through your video challenge and what you're bringing forward, the kind of different topics you share, just so much. Just share a few of your thoughts on maybe why. We often have to start from why, right? We can't be inspired and empowered to build the greatest mud pie or make a powerful video if there isn't a why. So why did you start, and why are you continuing to do video?
Well, let's see. I started because I'm crazy. No. Actually, that's what a lot of people think, because I'm of the mind that if it doesn't kill me, it will thrill me. I will try just about anything. And, I have, of course, limits, and I'm talking about, really great things like jumping out there and taking up that challenge that Joe put out there. And it wasn't, anything that he personally put out there. It was something that he tried. And I was like, well, hey, I can do that too. Why not? And then I started it and realized that it was a little more entailed than I thought it was going to be. But still, it is a growth that I am so open to. And that really turned out to be the why for me. I really, of course, things were happening in my life that I didn't have control over, and I wanted to get back into excitement. Things were keeping me down, and I don't want to really get into that right now, but I really wanted to get into something exciting, and I couldn't physically in other ways. But to actually do something that was a challenge that I was able to do, no matter how physically challenged I was mind-blowing to me. So I was like, I can do this. I can step up and, and take that on. And in the process, I have learned that it is even easier than I thought. I can go out there and still be as crazy as I want to be and touch people. It's just being authentic. I can really do that, and I don't have to be the corporate queen that, area that I came from. That really wasn't me, unhappy for 20 years. So this spot right here shows people that you can do anything the way that you want to. There are days that I really wish I had not done it live and I could delete. And then there are days that, even though there are mistakes on there, I'm glad that I'm not deleting them, because those mistakes are just as important. Those days when I sing nursery rhymes because, I didn't have something else to do, but someone suggested that to me because she says just showing up is important. And that wasn't someone in the Alliance. That was someone else who was watching my video saying, what happened to you that day? I'm like, what? What do you mean what happened to me that day? I just didn't do one. And actually I had done it, but I hadn't published it. I was in that, I don't want to be seen mode. I was just not feeling it that day. He said, somebody is watching you. Somebody's behind you that has never done a video before. And they're like, maybe they need to see you mess up a time or two. Maybe they need to understand that it's not all perfection. It's just all real. And I was like, okay, I can do that. I'm up to that challenge too. And each and every time I progress going forward, and not deleting or, not saying I'm not going to do it, I don't want to do it, I grow even more. And more people show up. There are people making comments and messaging that I haven't, I'm grateful to meet. It's awesome. But I would have never met them if I hadn't done a video and they hadn't seen me be my own particular crazy. And they resonated with it, and I like that. So that's my why. It keeps me growing. It helps me know that I'm sharing with other people and people are commenting on it. And this 100 video is my beta test for when we really get amped up. And now I'm going to be great at putting it all together. That's going to be a really big challenge that I'm up for. I'm looking forward to that. I can't wait. Can't wait for that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Over to Donna. Maybe you want to share why you felt comfortable coming out on video for the first time tonight, and welcome, and thank you so much.
Thank you. And I'll tell you, probably the biggest reason is, Susan, just such a warm welcome from you. I'll tell you, I wouldn't go to my mailbox looking like I do right now. So this is like a big deal for me. But I do have experience with, I remember wearing contacts when I was younger, and then as I got older, got the dry eye syndrome. So here's my glasses. My optometrist said, don't cross a railroad track without them. You may not see that train coming. So I'm pretty dependent on my glasses. And I bring this up because when my youngest daughter was born, when we would take naps, I would take my glasses off and she'd start crying. And I'd have to put my glasses back on. And I realized she loved the way I looked. And she knew I looked that way with glasses. So that was no longer like, oh my goodness, I can't do the eye makeup stuff. I can't do the contact stuff, because someone that was dear to me loved me the way I looked. And I'm also very grateful just to be a part of this team. I was not going to be able to make the call tonight because usually I'm at a Bible study at this time. But with my allergies and I take my medicine, I can't drive. So I was able to jump on the call, which is a blessing in itself. And I'm listening to everyone speak, and I'm learning so much. As Jason said, I got back involved this week, and I said, Jason, what do I do? Give me the 101. I don't have this. I got to do that. Get my phone set up, get my ads, get my marketing. And he told me, Donna, just plug in to as many of the activities, of the 15 activities that you can. He said, now there's going to be a Thanksgiving schedule, so there may be a few changes, but do as much as you can. And I said, okay, but then want me to do this and get that website going? He said, just get involved, participate, because a lot has happened. And now I understand that. This is truly a blessing. And to see your faces. Now, I didn't know about this video thing. This is new to me. I just heard about that 100 video challenge on Joe's call a few days ago. And so I've got to take that in. But where I do have but I can see the value of it. I just love seeing everybody. By the way, Dr. B, I think you've been a dentist for 40 years. Is that correct? Okay. So did you graduate from dental school when you were 5 years old? You look amazing. I mean, I just can't get over that. So just want to let you know. Okay. Just an observation. Anyway, so it's so great to see faces and have faces with names now, and that's just a blessing. Now, I do have a question. With these 100 videos, I get the impression you can post them or you don't, and I understand that people are seeing each other's videos. Where do you see these videos? Are you doing them on Are you posting on Facebook or YouTube, or how do I do that?
That's up to you. You can, if you're going to do a challenge, you could put them on YouTube. You can put them on Facebook. Essentially, what a challenge is meant to do is just to exercise your get comfortable muscle, exercise your courage muscle with video. And if you do want to take part, we are going to be doing a boot camp, and that will be essentially step by step to really do things, of course, on purpose, strategically, and likely I'll give you assignments and such, so you can kind of exercise your video muscle.
Oh, good. And when will that boot camp? How do we access that?
I haven't even decided. I just thought it was a good idea.
Okay, good.
Watch the Facebook group. All the details will be there. I just thought, hey, let me see if there's interest. And there's there's so much interest. Of course.
I would like that. And I do have to say, my 99-year-old dad lives with my husband and me, and he has his own separate living area from our home, and he's on a monitor, and this is close to his bedtime. I'm a nurse also. So I'm his private duty nurse, except I don't get paid. So, but I do want, if I have to excuse myself, how do I disconnect? Just close down my browser?
Yeah. Are you on your laptop or a phone? You're on your
On my
laptop, right?
I'm on my laptop.
So if you hover around the frame, then like right at the bottom on the right-hand side, it should light up the words end meeting.
Oh, leave meeting. Yes,
or leave meeting. Yeah,
okay,
you just
good.
click that.
So if I do, it's not because I'm bored or want out or whatever. I just have to go take care of my dad. And I want to say, I want to share an observation. I'm looking at myself, and I like the color of my lips. That's totally like no lipstick. So I hope it's not carbon monoxide poisoning. We just put our heat on yesterday. But so if I kind of slump to the right, someone call 911. But other than that, you guys are great.
I love her.
Thanks,
Donna, can you come every time?
I might have to go to another church for a Bible study. There's one that's earlier down the street.
Yeah, I can talk to them. I can say it's really important that you come.
Thank you so much. You guys are great.
This is very righteous time.
Believe me, she will. She'll call.
Thank you, everyone. You guys are great. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Sunita, I need to hear from you. You recorded a really powerful video and you're just getting started, and you exploded into our community just so beautifully. Tell us, why did you record that video and why are you starting? And thank you for coming.
I don't, which video are you referring to?
My days are mixed up. The last three, was it yesterday or today?
Today I did a video on responsibility.
Yep, today's one. Yeah.
A lot of the videos that I'm doing now are moments and things that I think about all the time. And this 100 video challenge just gave me a platform to get some of these things out my head. And when I get it out, talking to people in person, I would say something and they would say, "Oh, that made me feel better. Oh, you just changed my way of thinking about that." And a lot of times I don't know what I've said to make a person feel that way. So with this challenge, I'm like, okay, maybe this is the opportunity to just start, putting some thoughts that I have out there. And I realized that some of my thoughts are different. But when I met you guys, when I wasn't talking, it's because a lot of the things that you guys were saying, I was already thinking. So, another reason why I started doing the videos, because I needed to commit. I needed to work on commitment. And I was like, okay, if I could commit to this, I could do anything. And so now the ideas are just flowing and flowing. And I thought I wouldn't have nothing to say. Now it's hard to keep my videos under 10 minutes sometimes. So the video challenge actually helped me try to keep my videos a little bit shorter. But you guys brought that out of me. And like I said earlier, my face hurt because I've been smiling like literally all day, just so excited to meet you guys and come out and talk with you guys and see you. It's a loving feeling that I have right now. And the people around me, they see it and they feel it. And when I meet you guys, and here in Las Vegas next week, it's going to really all come together for me. And I think that's going to even resonate more with what you guys have here. When I saw what you guys have, I've loved this so much right away. I think that's why I was able to plug in right away and just go. And like you all said, start from where you at. I was doing so many videos before I post one. I said, I can't do that. That's a waste of time. That's no progress. All I'm doing is take ones. And that's my challenge to myself when I do my 100 video. Every video that you see is a take one. I do not redo them. And I keep that in mind while I'm doing them. And I keep going. And that helps me not pause and just look crazy like I just lost my thought. So it's been bringing in I feel like the best out of me that's been in me all this time. And now I get to share it with amazing people.
Love it. Absolutely love it. Thank you so much for sharing that. And can you imagine if you put that passion and those amazing, powerful thoughts, if you apply a strategy to it, and those 3 R's. Reach, relate, and resonate. It's very cool. Happy to have you. Thank you for sharing that, Sunita. Frank, what do you have to say? If I remember correctly, it was the first time you came out on one of our Zooms with us?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Thank you.
Just happy to see everybody here tonight. And one of the things, if you have a phone, you can create and make videos very easily, especially if you get a stick that can hold your phone out, and kind of like Tammy does when you're out and about. And when you get an idea, you can go out and record. And with this phone right here, I think I've done over 500 or so videos or so over time here this last year. But YouTube is very powerful when you have some key words or key things that you want to talk about. Then you can do a recording and get in the rhythm of doing so many each and every day. So it's really powerful, and it can generate leads to you with just YouTube traffic that comes to you for individual key term that you make on YouTube, which is really nice. But one of my mentors that's on the call that you can't see here is Frank Atkins. And I used to watch Frank as he, and Joe knows about Frank, speaking on stage. And how he got really good at it is he just got up there and he just kept doing it more and more. And so the guy is a master. He could speak in front of 10,000 people relaxed. And so the more and more you get in front of camera, the better you get. And it just breaks down barriers and people see you. You don't have to be perfect. Just be yourself, crack jokes. You can send individual videos to people and custom make them, 30-second video, and just say, hey, Bob, I'm getting back to you. Just thought I'd shoot a quick YouTube video, but I know that you've been through the program. I saw the sheet on your summary sheet and just wanted to connect with you. That would be just really powerful. You can send that link to people so we can have trainings on that in the future and such. So, but it's exciting to see everybody here. We relate to each other. It's like Dr. B over there. You can see him. I like seeing his face, And when Joe does his morning calls, Dr. B is going to be the first guy there every time. And it's exciting. So when I relate to him, I want to work with him. And that's the power of video. So thanks for letting me jump out here tonight.
Thanks, Frank. Thanks, Frank. And absolutely, in our boot camp, we're going to go over little tips and tricks to either what to record, how to get your videos out there, how to upload them, all the little details that you need to take action and do your video. I love that you suggested the quickly answer with a personal video. Answer a question, send it specifically to a person. Take that 45 seconds and record a video specifically to your potential new member, potential partner. They deserve it, and they're going to be impressed. They're going to relate with you. Absolutely. Ray, what do you have to say about video on purpose?
Well, I'll tell you, on Monday, throughout the week, I never took the challenge openly, but at a point in me, the radio show was something I knew I could run in tandem with and just kind of promote that during a Facebook live feed. So for me, it was, that was one of the things that I took, and I just thought, you know what, I'm just going to promote the radio show and talk about my morning pretty much. So if they thought it wasn't really directed to people, I just wanted to be out on Facebook letting people know, because it is on my personal page that I shoot those videos. But one of the things about video on purpose, where I really started to really want to really hit a target market, was using YouTube. And that was one of the things that I really saw was getting me responses about my business. So because of that, I thought, man, this is golden, right? This is a golden opportunity. Not only will I be doing videos, but I'm actually getting people to respond to the videos. And that was the purposeful part, because when I first started doing videos, I really didn't know who I was talking to. And I didn't know what they really wanted. And so that whole reach, relate, and resonate wasn't there. It was just me going out there and really just putting myself out there. And I think that's what I really needed to start with, was putting myself out there. I mean, I needed to start. So doing that, and then being able to really sharpen the saw to really do it on purpose made a lot of difference. But one of the things was breaking that fear of what do people think about me? What do I think they see me as? How, the way I look, the way I feel about myself. Am I confident enough to go out here and really reach out to people and actually have them really care about me, right? And Donna had said that, it's like, how do I look? Are they going to like me? And, just that story she shared about her glasses being on or off, that they cared about her for who she was. And when I really started to gravitate to that fact about myself and really care about myself, then I could go out there and really care and relate with other people care about. And that was a way of me projecting and resonating with somebody else. First caring about myself and then going to care about others. And that almost happens naturally. And I know a lot of people say on my Facebook Live, I've had people other than Joe, say he watches my videos and he cracks up, on Facebook. Yeah, and I don't mean to be funny. People just take me that way. I'm just being myself, and I don't mean to be. But I've had other people call me and say, "Man, your videos make me laugh," and I go, "Really? I'm just being me, dude." So and what ends up happening is that, hey, you know what? If I can make somebody smile, good. That's what I'm going to be doing it for. So if that's why I'm going out there, that's why I'm going out there. And then at the same time, I get to promote the radio show, right? They probably think, if this guy's funny, the guy on the radio show's got to be hilarious. So that's what that allowed me to be myself more. So, and if it's the purpose of making somebody smile today, great.
Thank you, Ray. And you didn't intend to be funny when you rolled down the hill either. But that panda roll got the most Facebook video views ever. And it was funny. Anyway, Dr. V, first one here. I should have come to you earlier, but it takes time to get everybody around. Welcome, welcome. Always here. So present. What are your thoughts on video?
Thank you. I've learned a lot from everybody. I mean, Donna, Sunita, Super T, Ray, Frank, all you guys, because it's hard for me to make those videos. And I have a lot of videos on my phone that I think I want to delete, but after hearing Super T, I'm going to keep them and go over them and continually making. That's important. I just have to get outside of myself and not be concerned about who I am, okay? But just open up and let people see who I am and appreciate me for me. So I'm kind of picking up on the challenge again. I thought I was doing it before, but I'm going to do it for sure now.
All right.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to more and more. I'm learning more and more about myself. And I thank the whole group for this. Jason's not pictured right now, but he's been instrumental in my life in terms of this business. He's often said to me, this is more than just a business, it's a community. And I'm feeling that. I'm getting it. And thank you guys. Thank you so much.
That's awesome. Thank you for sharing that. And just so you know, a few years back, I deleted 65 videos before I published one. I was very, very afraid of publishing my video. Very, very nervous. And the very first Google Hangout that I was on, there was 10 panelists, and I was one of them, and I was the last one to speak. And we were supposed to ask, we were on the panel with a mentor, and we were each supposed to ask her one question. And by the time it got to me, my mouth was so dry, I could hardly speak. My palms were sweating. And I wasn't sure if I'd be able to get my question out. I knew exactly what I wanted to ask her the whole time. And I was just hoping nobody would ask my question because I really wanted to ask my question. But then I'm like, oh, it's my turn. Can I talk? Can I talk? Oh my goodness. Can I talk? And my question, I asked her because her and her husband had exploded their business using social media and video. So my question to her was, how did you get to that level of confidence? How did you go from not to that?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And the really cool thing, and I'll never forget, this was a freeze frame moment. She came a little bit closer to the camera and she looked right in. I felt like she was only talking to me. And she very purposefully said, layer by layer, one layer at a time, one video at a time, one person's like at a time, one comment at a time. I just let it build my self-confidence, and I kept on taking massive, purposeful, daily action. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
A really simple answer. But from that day forward, I never stopped doing videos. Never.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it might have been maybe a week or 2 weeks after that, and I made my first big ticket sale because of a video.
Mm-hmm.
So we all need to start from where we are.
Yeah.
And you comparing yourself to me or Tammy or anyone else on this panel doesn't fit, because we're all at different places. So you have to just start from where you are and just be who you are, and you'll resonate with somebody. I didn't even pick a good first topic to record, to publish a video. I was training on, I don't know if any of you know, like Yahoo Pipes and syndication, background SEO. Yeah, that's the first thing that I recorded. I was training a big technical thing. I do this and why you do this. I was so nervous, and I left it public because just to remind myself of where I came from, right? So yeah, please do get started taking action and go through those videos. I bet you there's a bunch of value there. Somebody is going to relate and take action because of what you've shared.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Post it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Gerald, I'm not yelling at you, but G-Man, what do you have to say? I don't see a ceiling fan tonight, and I don't see your shower wall, but you don't have a shirt on. What's going on, G-Man?
You're in the store. Do we allow him in without a shirt and shoes?
Well, that's my way of getting, people's attention.
Yes.
But like you said, we're all where we're at. We have to start from where we're at. I'm so glad you said hi. I'm here to say hi to all of you and thank you. I'm impressed with Donna. David saying he felt uncomfortable, and the minute he started, he just was so natural, and to me it was like, that's exactly what you do. You just come on and you just be, and you say what you have to say, and before you know it, all that other stuff fades away. I'm here not to speak. I'm here to listen. 2 ears, 1 mouth. Old enough, smart enough, lived long enough to know that my time to speak will come. Right now, I'm soaking it all in. Thank you all. Happy Thanksgiving to all of you. Thank you all.
Thank you very much for showing up. You're so always showing up. You know what all is going on with us, and you often aren't speaking. You'll say hello, but thank you for showing up. It means a lot to us, and it speaks highly of what we're doing here. And the interesting thing is we all come from different places. We all have an incredible amount of value, different kinds of education. But as Joe often points out, our membership includes some very highly educated people. We have doctors, we have lawyers, we have chiropractors, we have professors, we have, nurses. John is a nurse as well, and I was a nurse. Like, we have a real estate people. We have all sorts of education. So it's not on what kind of education you have, but it's intellectual people who are always challenging themselves to the next level, that are compassionate and human, that collect here within this community. And that's powerful. That speaks highly. And everyone has a voice, and your voice matters. Speaking of voice, Joe, would you do us the honor of sharing your thoughts on video and wrapping it up for us? And I hope you're not mad at me for teasing you for being late.
No, I'm sorry I was late. I was feeling panicked. I was feeling some pressure, but this is the interesting thing, is that how do you fit inside of my brain? How are you fitting inside of there? And Dave, this is not a hat. This is a headband. and it's not because I'm bald. And this is actually part of my brand. You know, I have a lot of videos, I think, and not as much as some of you guys, but I've had, in the last year, I've had over 56,000 views on the videos that I've been producing. And a lot of it is webinars and some other stuff I do. And what I've done is I've established, if you see me, normally I'm wearing either a baseball hat backwards or a headband, and that was by design. It was by design so people start identifying, oh, that's the guy that wears the headbands all the time. But Susan, I don't know how you're fitting in my brain, because I was just going to say, you want to talk about a bunch of, I was making notes. We have a Bush pilot, a TV producer, a Harvard grad, an artist who said that when the stuff comes out of the brush, it's what's supposed to come out of the brush. There's a dentist, a college professor, a corporate ninja, Super T. We've got a mad skill minister by the name of Frank T. We've got an angel, Susan. We've got a real estate mogul, Tammy. And we've got Sunita. What I wrote down for you, Sunita, is precious, transparent, and a teacher, okay? A teacher. And the other thing is one take. I'm all about one take. I love the one take. Ray, you're like a video star, dude, okay? You are like a video star with some of the stuff that you take care. So you know who you are. I went down the list, Susan. There it is. I can't believe that you actually went in there with me. But, you know, video, and some people say, Joe, you know, you're pretty good on the radio. You're pretty good. And I've been doing the radio thing for like 20 years for companies like ours, okay? It's always personal development, and it's for a direct selling network marketing company. And the reason is because this is a face that's built for radio. And I really struggled about a year ago when I started having to do webinars. People were, you know, Joe, you got to do a webinar because they heard my rap, right? It's like you can tell the story, so you got to do video. And I'm like, no way. You know, Carl Malden called me from the grave, and he's like, dude, I want my nose back. I mean, have you seen this? Okay, like, so I'm really shy about video, right? I truly am shy about video. I always have been. But then I realized that, you know, if you just be yourself, and you just absolutely be yourself, because there are a billion people on the earth, someone's going to resonate with you. And people are always looking for that authenticity. You know, several years ago, back in the late 2008, 2009, I created a company, and we were at the front of sales funnels. It was called Mirror Image Marketing. And we spent a ton of money. I'm talking 7 figures on building sales funnels. We hired the people that were writing the copy for Proactive, you know, the skincare company for teenagers. And we had a guy who was a CNN field producer. We had people all over the world. We spent a ton of money on editing, and we were so excited, and it totally failed. It was a 6-month project, and it failed. And it was because it was just too much. It was too slick. People can see that stuff on TV. What they want to see in this day and age is authenticity, real people sharing real results. And that's what I've come to learn. You know, the 100 video challenge, I got that from somebody else, Vincent Ortega Jr. He's a 7-figure earner utilizing, he's an emailer, right? He's a guy that just crushes it. One time I saw him on a video, we were doing a webinar, he said, my list, he goes, if I were to get everybody in my list into Texas Stadium where the Cowboys play, he said, I would need 3. That's how many people. I've got 250,000 people on my list. And he does it all through video. He's authentic. He's like a dude, you know. He's got his whole thing. Wow, yeah, he's one of those guys, right? And so that's what he does. And he says, what I'm going to do is I'm going to issue you a challenge, 100 videos in 100 days. And I took the challenge. And I didn't make it all the way to the finish line because I'm looking now. We've been on here for 1 hour and 22 minutes. I'm like, okay, well, my average video is 3 minutes. So if I can take 82 minutes divided by 3, oh, this is a whole bunch of videos that I'm doing right now. And Dave, you're laughing, and I agree. I think it was Joe. Somebody said, you are really good, dude. I connected right with you. You got an authenticity about you. You come across on video very, very well. But the 100 video challenge was really to get comfortable with it. And I, like you, Super T, and like you, Sunita, I got really good, like, I'm just going to do one take. You're going to get it. Sometimes I have mattress head. A lot of times you'll see me with like the headbands are to cover the mattress head. I'm wearing sunglasses because it's like, you know, I got puffy face, you know, and so I'm always looking to make the adjustment, but what you see is what you get. And that one thing, I'll give you a tip, okay? This is what really, really began working for me. And Dave, okay, like you're always looking for content. Am I going to suck? Oh, I got something to share. I found this out. It just made sense to me. And I got a camera holder for the dashboard of my truck. So I shoot a lot of video while driving because it's like a distraction. I'm like, oh, how you doing? Oh, whoa, watch out. You know, it becomes entertaining. And then I'm like, oh, by the way, I wanted to tell you about something that I came across this morning when I was on Facebook. And whoa, wait a minute, left turn. And it's like it's a distraction that you're doing, and it's engaging the audience, I think. And it's kind of like you're very natural then, right? It's like you're talking to your friend in the car. Hey man, how you doing? You know, and I found that to be a very, very easy thing to do. And if you look like Grant Cardone, some of these guys, they shoot video in their cars. And so that's a little trick that I have learned. And I really am excited here. You know, Jason mentioned a couple of things about AMP, Alliance Marketing Pro. And as I say in the morning, it's going to be, you know, different varying degrees of education. Like where we have a Harvard grad here, okay? And then we have a guy that went 5 years to high school here, okay? So it's like, you know, it's like, you know, but so where are you fitting in? Okay, what kind of education do you want? And what Susan has developed is some really, really cool content. And there's going to be some really advanced training in this area right here. Like I've come across a training recently about, you know, YouTube as a tool. Very foundational. Do you know how to build a YouTube brand, your own YouTube channel? Because everyone, they're free. We can all build a YouTube channel. And then we establish what is our brand and what really is our message. And utilizing Susan in some of the training, you can actually begin building blocks, establishing your brand, your message, and then communicating it effectively. And Susan taught me about 3 minutes. If you ever see some of my videos that are out there, and I always miss the mark, but I have a 3-minute rule. I'm gonna give you 3 things, and it's gonna take me 3 minutes. And I'm like, and I'm like, oh, it's 4 minutes long. Will you forgive me? See you tomorrow. And that's it. And you're keeping it tight and tight and tight and tight. And so I've learned so much about the video piece. I now know I've only been doing videos for a little more than a year. I had to start doing webinars for a company I was consulting for. I was forced, and because they were paying me a nice salary. Like, dude, you got a good rap. You're really good on that radio show. Now we need you to go to the next level. I'm like, seriously? Are you kidding? And so I was forced to do it, right? And then I'm really kind of comfortable with it right now, and I'm really excited about what we're doing here and about our alliance and the future and the things that we are really, really attempting to do. We're not even attempting, we're doing it. The creation is happening. And I think the real proof is this group, okay? This is not Mickey Mouse School. This is networking for grown-ups. And believe me, I know about Mickey Mouse School. I know about, you know, $45 programs and binary marketing plans, and we're going to stack people as, you know, we're going to drive this thing deep. But you take a look again. We have a Bush pilot, a TV producer, a Harvard grad, an artist, a dentist, a college professor, a corporate ninja, a mad skill minister, an angel, Susan, comes floating in. You got to watch out for her. A real estate mogul, Tammy. We have Precious, transparent Snita, the organic teacher. We've got Ray, a video star. Who have I left out? Gerald. You know, that's the college professor. I was blown away when Gerald came out. I'm thinking, who's this Gerald guy, right? The guy's like no shirt. He's in the bathroom. There's, you know, it's like, and the camera's like, Gerald, I thought you were keeling over a couple of weeks ago, because all of a sudden your camera, and all I could see was this. Your hand was in this frame. There was no person. It was just. I'm like, Gerald, I think he fell off. I think Gerald fell down. Mike, Susan, you remember, right? Remember? Yes. It's true. So like Jason said, you know, and I'll just pause here again. Tomorrow morning on our radio show, for those of you who are watching for the very first time, we start our day every single day at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's called the Daily Deposit. The goal is to just like energize, drop something into your noodle, and then socialize. And you know, the Daily Deposit started out as a 15-minute exercise. That was the goal. We're going to go for 15 minutes. And now we're going, today it was, I think, 65 minutes long. And my hunk, I do my best to get my piece out of the way in 15 minutes as the host, and then we just open it up. And people just are coming out and they're authentically sharing their experiences and their vision and their fears. We had one of our top leaders. There was a real estate mogul who I think yesterday broke down in tears live on our broadcast. It's such a really, really cool thing. We're there every single morning, and we're going to be there on Thanksgiving. We're there if it's a weekday, we're there. Okay, it could be Christmas, it could be like Thanksgiving Day. We're going to be there, and the reason is because we have an international audience. We have an international people who, maybe you don't necessarily celebrate Thanksgiving. Canada had Thanksgiving last month. I don't know what they do in South Africa, where Frank Atkins, I'm pretty sure, is from. So we're an international organization, and we take our international responsibilities serious. So on Thanksgiving Day, we're going to be together tomorrow morning. We invite anybody to come out. I promise my hunk will be 3 minutes. I'm just going to tell you how grateful I am. And as a matter of fact, I'll give you a sneak peek right now. Here's my point. I want to tell you how really grateful I am, truly grateful for having this opportunity. And this is in my morning meditation. I've got my daily discipline, right? My recipe for a delicious day, and I stick to it. And one of those things is really, what am I grateful for? And I am so grateful to have a voice here. I'm so grateful to be invited to the table and to participate in our Unstoppable Alliance. It is the greatest gift. Like I'm an old dog, man. This is white hair like Santa. I've been around, and I know one when I see one. And when you take a look at the lineup of people here, you look at these personalities, levels of education, commitment, and the money that we're able to generate to have this life. I am so grateful. Thank you all for giving me this privilege. It really is a privilege, and I mean that. And with that, let's go make some videos, Susan. I'll give it back to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Joe. Much appreciated. Talk about value tonight. Very, very, very valuable. So if you're watching this and you're wondering, well, where's the nuts and the bolts and the how-to? Well, that's on the other side. If you're a member, we are going to have a boot camp. Details will be in the Facebook group about how to do video on purpose and sharing, supporting each other, giving each other views, feedback, tips, courage, all of it. So on the inside, if you're watching this and you're not a member, please do get back with the person that invited you. We're often under an hour, but boy, lately we're going way over. This might be our longest one yet, but it is always full of value. So please do return. Every week is a new topic, always based on value, always some way that you can apply and take your business, probably in your life, to the next level. So do return. Thank you very much, each one of you on the panel. You always make the night so fabulous. Thank you so much. I appreciate each one of you very much. Next week, we're going to have Voices of the Community. We want to hear from new people. It's all about them. So I'm not going to talk much, and Joe isn't going to talk much. Tammy or Jason, it's all about the new voices of the community.
I'll be in Vegas, so I don't know if I'm going to even be on. No, I'm just kidding.
So we want people to know, to truly know. We want to demonstrate that each one of you have a voice. So if you're watching and you haven't been out, or if you have members that haven't been out, please encourage them. Next week is Voices of the Community. So let me see if I can do that heart that Joey does. Group hug.
Everybody do it.
Thank you.
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.